Well, if you've been following along in this chapter, you should feel comfortable now working with artistic text. Now we're going to move over to working with paragraph text. And you can see I've opened up a file here. It's called Go Menu 1, Green Onion Menu 1.cdr from the Lesson 5 folder of the exercise files. If you want to follow along and you've got the exercise files, go ahead and open this up. This particular page here, this menu, does contain both artistic text and paragraph text. So you can see the word menu, for example, when I click on it, is artistic text. Look down at the bottom on the status bar. It tells you it's artistic text using a certain font on a certain layer. Now, if we look down below at the appetizers, the lighter fare, and the main dishes, these all have frames around them, the borders around them. Those don't print, but they are frames to help us when working with paragraph text, just to show us what the margins are. And when I click on that, you can see down below on my status bar that it's paragraph text using a certain font on a certain layer. So how do we add paragraph text to a page? No problem. We're still going to use our text tool from the toolbox. Give it a click, and all we have to do now, and I'm going to try and line this up nicely with the box just above, is click and drag across and down. So we don't just click once. That would create artistic text. Just click and drag, and when we've got the frame selected the way we want it, we let go. And you can see my cursor's now flashing on the inside, waiting for me to start typing in text. But check it out. It's flashing up here at the top center. It looks like it's going to be quite large. Sure enough, the default font for this particular document is 57, almost 58 points large. And if I wanted it to match some of my other text up here, well, I could just click inside that paragraph text to see what it is. Same font, but 16 points. Look what happens to the new frame that I just created because I didn't enter any paragraph text. It says click here with the text tool to add paragraph text. Well, when I clicked inside this particular frame, notice that my text tool was automatically selected. So with it selected, I come in here, click inside, and I'm just going to change this to 16 points. This way it'll match the others. And I think it should be left aligned. If I look at most of the text in the other paragraphs, it's lined up on the left-hand side aside from the actual title. So let's just put our title in here. I'm going to type in capital letters, desserts / drinks. Now when I hit enter, you can see it goes down to the next line, and there's a certain amount of space, and that's all defined in the paragraph formatting that we're going to get into shortly. When I hit enter again, I leave an extra space, an extra blank line. Now I need to go to left alignment, so I'm going to go up to my property bar here. And you can see over here I've got my alignment drop down, currently set to center. If I want to change it to left, Control L is the keyboard shortcut for that, but I'm just going to click on left. And now I'd start entering my items. I also want you to see something up here at the top. In the ruler, you'll see the area that's being taken up by this particular frame. So you can see it's just going from 1 to about 3 inches. So not too wide, but I've got all of these little L's in there as well, representing left tabs. We're going to be talking about setting up your tabs and indents and so on momentarily. Let's just get our items in here for now though. I want soft drinks in here. I better turn the caps lock key off. So soft drinks. I'm going to hit enter twice to leave a blank line. Probably not the best way to do this. We'll be talking about line spacing when we format our paragraph text. Coffee / tea will be the same price. Let's add some desserts. So a couple of enter taps on the keyboard. Pie, enter, enter. We'll do cake, enter, enter. Do we have enough room? Obviously not. Something's happened to my frame. It's turned red. And that indicates that I'm not seeing all of the text that I'm entering here. Watch what happens when I type cookies. I don't see anything that I'm typing. Well, as I move down to my frame, notice that this little black arrow down below, that's telling me that there's additional text that I'm not seeing. So if I click and drag that down, cookies appears, and when I let go, there's no arrow inside that little marker in the bottom center of my frame. That's a reminder to me that I am seeing all of the contents inside my paragraph frame. So that's all there is to entering text into a paragraph frame that you've created. Another option would have been to select one of these existing frames just by going to your pick tool. You can click on any of these that already exist. If you wanted to duplicate it, you know Control D on your keyboard will duplicate an object including paragraph text, or copy and paste, and then move it into position and just change the content. So there's a number of different ways that you can use to create paragraph text. Of course, you'll want to be able to format that text as well. So in the next lesson, we're going to talk about formatting your paragraph text, including how we get these prices over on the right-hand side using some tab stops.